Hello again and welcome back. So today, doing something a little bit different. I've received a package through the post this week and I'm quite excited about this. It's a company that I've reached out to and I've requested some stuff from them. We got talking a little bit and they've agreed to send me out a couple of little freebies. So to begin with, there's the package. I'll get it open and I'll show you what's inside. Inside the package, we've got this from KentFaith or K&F Concepts. It's a set of ND and CPL filters. I reached out to the company. Somebody I've used for a long time. I've bought a lot of my products from them. But definitely, as it says on their slogan, my first choice for video and photo products. So, inside the box, you get cleaning cloth, still wrapped obviously in plastic. Not opened it yet. You get, no idea what this is, printed very, very small. Presume it's a kind of guarantee. And you get like a little welcome manual with a scanning barcode on the back. You also get, obviously, your ND and your CPL filters. So inside the kit I've got CPL filter, an ND8, an ND16, ND32, ND64 and an ND256. As you can see, very neatly, very nicely positioned in the case, very lightweight, weighs just I think about 100 grams. It is a product I'm quite excited to use for the channel. It's something I have used prior to receiving these, just for photographs but never for video. I have been out today and took just a few brief pictures. I will apologise for some of them. There's a little bit of grain in it, but that's quite common at night with the DJI Action 4, which is the camera that I'm using. It's just one of those things with that camera. It doesn't like low light, but what I've done is I've took some pictures today. I've took it down to a motorway, took some nice light reflective pictures. I've took one without an ND filter, took one with an ND8, and one with the ND256, just to show you the differences of what you get with each filter. And obviously you can then pave the gap between the 8 and the 256 to see what you would get with them. With regards to video, this is something I haven't tested these with yet, but it's something that I will be doing in the future, and when I do, I'll share that in a later video. Obviously I'll let anybody on the channel know when I'm doing it. I'll tell you what camera settings I've been using, what I've been filming, which filter I've used to film what, and so on and so forth. I also haven't used the CPL filter yet. Once again, I was in quite low light tonight, so it was just a case of testing it out just so I could share a little bit of something within this unboxing. I'll also do a longer term review of these once I've had them for a few months and see what I genuinely think of them. KentFaith have been very open with me. They've told me to be honest with the products. If there's anything that I think needs changing or altering, or anything new that I think of, to let them know, and they'll be willing to change it and look at these things. The one thing they have told me to do is to be very honest with this product. If I don't think it's a good product, they want me to say so. They have that faith in that product. I've had products from them before. I've got lights, I've got tripods, I've got quite a few products from them before. Like I said, it's a company that I love and I trust, and that's why I reached out to them in the first place. I'll show you now how the ND filters and the CPL filters fit onto the Action 4. This is the DJI Action 4. With the camera filters on this, they do actually unscrew. And then with regards to these filters, some of the cheaper ones and the not as good quality ones actually clip over the top of these filters. The one thing I really liked about these ones is they were replacement filters. So if I'm not using this, I can put these on. I know it's a small thing, but for me, it means if I'm using one of the ND filters or the CPL filter, if I'm doing any photography stuff, like I want to get that nice flowy waterfall where you get a really dusty, creamy effect with it, it means I've got all the faith in the world that this is going to stay on my camera, whereas the ones that clip over the top of these would be quite easily knocked off and lost. Also, you'd be more inclined to be carrying it in your pocket, which leads to more chances of you scratching it. Whereas with these, I can carry them in the case. Like I said, only 100 grams for that. And when you think the amount of camera gear that I take with me, 100 grams is nothing. So, I get the filter out. They all do fit the same. I'll show you a couple of different ones. Once again, I'll show you that just screws on where the other filter unscrewed. Really, really, really nice fitting. And there you go, that's on there. And that replaces it. Just to show, that's the original clear glass one that came with it, as you can see. Whereas, so I'll take out one of the other ND filters, I'll take out the ND8, and I'll show you the difference between the clear one over the Action 2 lens, and if I was to put the ND8, you'll see the difference of how much darker it makes it. Now, if I was to give you a real life sort of test of it, a good way to do it, start off with your standard filter, put it over the top of the Action 2, and I wave my hand. As you can see, there's very little motion blur in that. If I put over the ND8 and the wave, you're going to see a lot more motion blur. So what times would you use this? Well, for me, I'm going to be using it for a lot of action shots. So it's going to be really, really good at times where I do a lot of pass-throughs and a lot of B-roll footage when I'm walking, and if I want to get that nice, smooth motion blur as I'm coming through, it'll be really good for doing that. Like I said, for things like filming things like waterfalls, and like tonight where I took the pictures of the traffic, I'm going to use them a lot for that. It just gives you that really, really nice long light effect, or that fluffy water effect that you get. It does that by reducing the amount of light, which then slows down your camera shutter speed, and that then gives you a really, really long exposure on your photos, and that's what creates that really, really nice effect. With regards to the CPL filter, that will take out a lot of light glare and a lot of shines from surfaces. Really, really good for if you're taking picture stuff and you don't want that light glare. It'll eliminate a lot of that, and it'll really, really boost the colours in the surroundings. That in itself is going to be invaluable to me. There'll be times, obviously, where I do want the reflections off water and stuff when I'm at lakes, and at that point I won't be using a filter. But if I want to emphasise the colours in the sky and any colours surrounding, any sunsets or sunrises, and I really, really want them colours to pop, then I'll be swapping out my basic filter and putting on the CPL filter. It should really, really enhance the colours. If I was to show the difference between the CPL and the ND, I don't know if it's going to work, but I will try it. So at the moment, like I said, I'm using the DJI Action 2. The Action 4 is here. So what I'm doing is I'm just lifting the lenses, like when you have an eye test, over the top of the lens. Because unfortunately, there isn't anybody that makes any for the Action 2, because the lens sits flat on the camera. It'd be really difficult to mount them. So this is your basic lens, again. And if I was to put over the CPL filter, a lot of the colours you can see become a lot more vibrant and a lot more glowy, and they just look nicer. It's a lot crisper, and like I said, see the difference in the two. You can see it a lot in the purple lights behind me. They're really, really starting to pop. And that is what you'd use your CPL filter for. Is it something I'm going to use on every hike? Probably not. But is it something I'm going to carry with me just in case? Almost definitely. Like I said, 100 grams. For the sake of £49.99, which is how much they are on the website at the moment, for the full set, it's an absolute bargain. You won't find them cheaper anywhere else, even if you look in places like AliExpress. For ones that actually fit properly and actually screw on, which are replacement lenses for the camera, you're not going to find anything of this quality for that kind of price point. They've also offered me an affiliate link. So with regards to the affiliate link, I do get a small kickback from this. So anything that you buy, I get a little bit of money that goes into a pot with them, and it's just so I can buy further products with them, and it's products that I can choose. So I'll share on the bottom of the screen what my link is. You get 17% off products on that, and it's a really good offer to have. 17% is a massive amount to take off, and like I said, this is a company that I was using prior to reaching out to them. Really, really good products, really, really good prices. Postage is really, really quick considering it's coming from China. The customer support's brilliant. Every time I've wanted to speak to them, every time I've needed anything, even me reaching out to try and sort of strike a deal and see if I could get, literally all I wanted was an affiliate link, and reaching out to get that, they were very quick to get back in touch with me. Really, really good to me. They've been really humble. They've not seen me as being cheeky. They were very willing to work with me, very willing to sort of get on board with what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to produce. They were happy to watch some of my videos and support the channel. They've been really, really good. And if you do need any camera gear, I can't sing the praises enough. Like I said, I've had numerous products from them before this that I've paid for myself out of my own money. And as much as, like I said, this has come free, they've then told me to be completely honest with it. And if I don't think it's a good product, I've got the freedom to tell you that it's not. And like I've said all along, I won't take in any products where I'm being told what to say and told what to do, because that's not what it's about. You know, I want to be open, I want to be honest. If it's companies that I believe in and I believe in their quality and I believe in the products that they're doing, or if it's just something a bit wild and out there where it's something that intrigues me and I want to try it, then I'll bring them in. But otherwise, I wouldn't use them. I wouldn't bring in any form of sponsorship or any form of affiliate that wasn't a product I'd use. So if you do need any camera gear, I'll share a link to the website. I'll tag them within this video. And if you use the code Neath, that's Neath, all in capitals at checkout, then you get 17% off when you buy any products from the store. So go check them out. So that being said, thank you for joining me again. I know this was a little bit different than most of my videos, but I wanted to just share this in a controlled environment where you could see me unbox things properly. And like I said, I'll take them out onto the trails, I'll do some videos with them, and as I'm doing them bits, I'll continue to tag the company in it, and I'll also let you guys know what I'm doing. I'll tell you what camera settings I'm using, I'll tell you what filters I've been using, and I'll give you my honest opinion while I'm out there. But once again, thank you for joining me. In a bit.